I always forget to hit record. So let's do that. So this is what I wanted to do. So I was going to make 52 copies of this and just go to Staples and get it bound in a spiral bound. And then just mail it to you, because I think, like, I swear since I've started, there's been like a million different Power Hour things made by all these different people, and I've tried every single one out there. And I think one of the biggest things you get caught up on is, what do I need to do? Did I get it done? And then how do I follow up with the people that I've talked to? Or what kind of process do I get in place to kind of realize, like, where I'm going, like, who did I invite and how did I, if they said that they wanted more information, like, today you might get like one or two, and then tomorrow you might get a couple. And so then, you know, you might be like, well, I only have 5 people I'm talking to. That's awesome. But when you get to like Sheena or myself or Jill, where we've been inviting, you get so many people that say yes, and then like they either never respond, or they're too busy, or they need to wait until, you know, it's better financially or whatever. You lose them in the cracks. And then, so even today I went to go follow up with somebody, or I went to go invite them, excuse me, from my stories. And when I went into my messages, I'm like, holy, I was like, she looks familiar. Like when I was looking at her pictures, I'm like, well, this is because I invited her and she wanted info, and we were chatting like a couple weeks ago. And somehow, I mean, it's so easy to get pulled away from kids, or, you know, like whatever, like even just now, I mean, Ty, my kids are older, so they know, like, when I'm on a call to leave me be. Well, Ty will still come and be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I emptied my backpack, and you know what I mean? So if I'm not on a call with you guys, I'd have easily gotten up, and then I lose track of where I'm at. That's totally okay, buddy, don't worry. So it's, you know, that's just, it happens. So it's really important. So this sheet right here, and like I've said before, our business is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes time, but consistency is what is needed every single day, showing up every single day. And again, I just want to kind of review the 4 vitals, since Courtney and Natalie are new, and then we'll like dig in and we'll kind of talk about some things that we're doing. And so Courtney and Natalie, I really want to do live Power Hours every week, if not every other week. And I know it's going to be hard to get on. I kind of want to get into routine. I'd love to consistently do it on a Tuesday, so that way you kind of know. I'm trying to do the same for team calls, so that you kind of know like throughout the week when they're going to happen. So I'm more of an evening type person because I work during the day. So like my national wake up call, I usually have to listen to in the evening. Sometimes I can listen during the day if I throw my headphones in and I'm not in a meeting. We'll do live Power Hours, and then team calls we do at night too, because it's just when I can get on. So I like to get the calendar out so that you can kind of plan it. And then that way you can kind of know, okay, like, you know, team calls and everything, that's kind of like meetings for work. That's your time. And then the rest of it, you can work it in the mom cracks and in the cracks of life, right? I was literally getting my toes dried. My Wi-Fi was terrible, but I was able to get out some connects and get a post up. And then I got like 5 invites out just when I was getting my toes done. So I work it all in all the minutes that I have throughout the day. So I hope that helps. So I'll make those, and then I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to do that. I'll get it done. Okay. So I want to take advantage of our time that we have, because to me, time is crucial. Like, we want to take the most advantage so we can get our sleep that we need. We can get everything we need. So what I kind of wanted to do is, and then Courtney and Natalie will go through the Success Club tracker so that you can kind of see it separately. But Courtney, this is your second one that you've been on, so I'm super excited about that. So what portions of your Power Hour have you done so far today, Sheena?
I did number 1, workout and shake. I think I only invited 4 people. I did 2 follow-ups, and I did personal development, and I logged in the challenge group.
Okay, perfect. So let's kind of start I want to focus in on adding followers, like comments, and then invites. And that way I can kind of talk about those as we kind of go about the process. So initiation, add followers. Really quickly before I jump into that, you guys remember the 4 vitals, super critical, that you need to do every single day. So one is be the product of the product. So show up for your journey 100% every day. Show up every day, and that's part of your stories that you're going to upload every day. So you're going to upload your daily life, things that are happening with your kids. People love that kind of stuff. Find the people that you like to follow and think about what are the kinds of stuff that they're posting. They want to know that you're a normal person too. So you want to post about that. Your workout clips. Always do a couple workout clips. I usually do 2 to 3. They don't have to be fancy. As you find and you start to get into a routine, you'll add different things. You'll try different things. I know me and Sheena have done all kinds of things. Apps that we've used, music, speed it up, slow it down, boomerangs, we tried all kinds of stuff, but really just show up and show the workout. People love to see that you're just being accountable for you. So being a product of the product. And then in there too, it talks about product use, no brand name shown. So Sheena and I both drink our unicorn, I call it unicorn juice. No, thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. Sheena, what do you call it? I can't remember. Is it unicorn juice too? No.
I call it rocket fuel.
Rocket fuel. I knew it was something different. So whatever you want to call it. I think some people have called it like mama juice, go-go juice. Some people just say it's my pre-workout. Whatever you want to call it. That's an easy one to show because if you haven't tried it, once you start it, it's like there's no other to it. It's the best. It is literally the bomb. In fact, Jeff and I were almost out of it a couple weeks ago, and it was like dire situation in the house. What are we going to do? Product can also be shown like when you think, yes, Courtney, 1 second. When you drink your shake, show your shake every day, whether you're talking in your stories and you're holding on to it. I call it my superpower shake. I'm not always really good at showing it every day, but I'll try to show it somehow in my stories. Usually the problem is I'm at work when I'm drinking it and I don't always get a chance to take a picture. So I have to remember that. But when people see that you're consistent at what you're doing, those are part of your stories. They want to know that. So being a product of the product. Personal development. Personal development is super huge that you need to do every single day. And on your tracker, it says to do 15 minutes. So I started with 15 minutes, add in when you can. Now that's all I listen to unless I need to rock out to some music. And usually when I'm doing it, it's like something that gets my energy going and that really, sometimes I'll listen to my Saved by Grace list. If I'm just really struggling at work, it helps me to calm my nerves and to kind of focus in on gratitude and to focus in on my prayer time. So those are the kinds of different things I do. But personal development is personal. So I will share in the thread. Actually, I think I did in the team page, but I'll share it in our thread too. Some of the different things that I've listened to, podcasts, audiobooks. There's lots of different things you can listen to, YouTube videos. Find what works for you and find what you need to listen to. So think about what those limiting beliefs are. So a lot of times for me, it's confidence, or are people going to like what I'm doing or liking what I'm saying? Again, that goes back to my confidence. So I'm all about empowering us as women, empowering my soul, empowering my heart to share the changes and all the positive things that have happened in my life. So it's all personal. Okay, so being a product of the product, personal development, inviting people, inviting and sharing what you're saying. And we'll talk about invites in a little bit, but it doesn't have to be scary. You're just inviting them to do something that's working really well for you or something that you just fall in love with because it's so freaking awesome. And then recognize people that are doing awesome. Maybe they jumped in with you. Maybe they started something on their own. Maybe they had a salad for lunch instead of burgers. I mean, it can be any single thing. I think we all need to be recognized because some days life is just harder than others, right? So that's really good. Okay, Courtney asked about Coach University. Is there a good app to use for workout clips? So a couple that I use, Hype Type is one of them that I use. It's called HYPE, TYPE, Hype Type. You can upload your video and you can add in music and you can speed it up or slow it down, and then you can add in words. That's usually the biggest one that I use. Sometimes I'll record my workout videos in time lapse, and it like speeds it up. So like yoga, Pilates, anything slow moving, I'll do it like that. Those are the main ones. I used to use Viva Video. I don't really use that one anymore. Are there any other ones you use, Sheena, that I can't think of? Oh yeah. Yep, you can use that one too. The Live Collage, that's a good one. Or Pick, Post, Play is another one that I've used. I think it's Pick, Post, Play. Hold on, sorry. Oh, geez.
It's also now nice. You don't have to use Cut Story. Instagram will let you upload. Like my classic is like 30-second videos. So then you used to have to cut it and then put the music on each one and put the words on each one. But now Instagram like lets you do it, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is time saver huge, you guys. Seriously, I used to spend gobs amount of time to it's so terrible. I mean, and it's defeating too, because you're like, I need to do other stuff, because it is super easy to get caught up into that little stuff. And yeah, they're much more fun to watch when people have stuff like that on there, but really in the end of the day, they're just wanting to see like what you're doing. So that should give you some ideas too. I also use this one called, I used it for a while. I haven't used it in a while, and I was thinking about pulling it out the other day. It's called Triller, Triller. I'll type some of these up for you, Courtney, in the chat. That's super fun to do too. And you just take a couple of quick snippets, and then it merges it together into the super fun video. Okay, so let's work on.
What is it through Instagram where when you put the song on there, it has the little words like in a box? Is that when you have like so many followers? And
so that is a option that Instagram just gives people and takes away.
Okay.
So I had it for a little while, like months ago, and I had it for like a couple weeks. I was super pumped because that was super easy. Mm-hmm. And it just like one day I woke up and it was poof, gone. So I don't know.
Now do you have swipe up? Is that when you hit 10,000 followers?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Excited. But I was like a kid in a candy shop. I'm like, how do I use this? I don't know what to do, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I hope it works, because I added a couple links today. So, okay. So initiate connections and add followers. I talked about this last time, but let's talk a little bit about adding followers, because I think that's going to be the most important. You have to expand every day, you guys. That is super critical. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to go into a 10-minute expansion time. Natalie and Courtney, you want to write down your avatar, and we'll talk about this in the Getting Started Right call when we chat together, and I need to get those set up. You want to write down all the things that talk about you. Okay, so let me share with you some of the things that I have found about me. I'm a mom. I'm a girl mom. I'm a boy mom. I'm a dance mom. I'm a baseball mom. I'm a full-time working mom. I love Target. I love coffee. I have a golden doodle. I love online shopping. Amazon Prime is my jam. And I'm a short girl. What else did I put on there? I think those were like kind of all the initial things I started with. Excuse me. And then what I did was I put those topics in my search engine in Instagram. And so then it will start to show me all the things in, come on. When I search for it, then, oh gosh, hold on, because I always had to charge my phone. Now I'm stuck. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. Then in my search, you can kind of see all the things that pop up. And now those are the types of things that pop up consistently for me. So what I did was I ended up finding, oh my gosh, one of the people I follow just had her baby. It'll start finding those things for me. So now I have a couple of big, like huge accounts that I follow. So like there's one that's like a Target Moms account, which I'm sure lots of coaches follow. But I'm a mom and I love Target, and I post about that kind of stuff. So whatever you like, you want to make sure you post about it. So I have hashtags about my golden doodle. I have hashtags about loving to eat and about Target. And so throughout the week, I'll post stuff about my weekly trips to Target or how I went through the drive up to save me time and money. I make jokes about it. Like one time in my stories, I put, I'm going into Target. I only need 2 things. I laughed and I was like, I only have 2 bags. Does that count? You'll and then you hashtag that kind of stuff so that people that love Target and then you start following them, then they're like, I like this girl. She's really, that's really hilarious because they get me. They understand me, right? If someone doesn't like Target or doesn't understand that Target can suck you dry when you walk in, they're not going to appreciate my posts because they don't understand why I even went to Target to begin with. So you want to find things that people are going to resonate with. So like Sheena's very strong in her faith. And she posts about that a lot and about how she comes around back with her faith to God. And so she's able to expand and reach out and talk to people that way. Those are the types of people you're looking for. So if you're not necessarily strong in your faith and you were to go to Sheena's page, that page isn't going to resonate with you. So you want to reach out and expand and become friends with women that are going to be like you. So what I do is when I find some of those big accounts, so like for me, Target Moms is one of my big ones, has like, I want to say off the top of my head, like 30.8 thousand people that follow it. I literally will go to that page and I'll go to the followers on Instagram and I go scroll through the followers and I literally look at every picture and I'm like, ooh, she's super cute. We could be best friends. Ooh, she's super cute. We could be best friends. And I find those people that I think not only do they look, you're in something that you're connecting with, you're going to be able to talk to them, but now you're going to be able to say like, I can become friends with them. I think that we can really connect because you want to become friends with them. You want to make a connection with them. That's how you're going to build a relationship with them. You don't want to just randomly ask people to join you. You want to, 1, make sure you're going to be able to connect with them and talk with them. And 2, you're going to be able to, you want them to be in your circle. You want them to be like, if they were your neighbor, I would go next door and say, Natalie, Courtney, let's go, girlfriend. Let's go get a cup of coffee and hang out. Sheena, let's go to Target and hang out. Or Sheena, what is that Bible thing you're studying? The scriptures. I want to learn. Let's go with it and let's do it together. I want to go next door and connect with you. And that's the type of person I'm looking for. So everybody in my circle, I'm very particular about who I put in my circle. I want to know that I can connect with you, that you and I could be like best friends. Legit. Okay. That's how you're going to connect with people. So I literally will take 10 minutes and I will follow my goal is to follow 100 people in 10 minutes. That's my goal. And you just want to follow. And then you want to have an engaging post or engaging posts on your Instagram account. So they're like, yeah, I like that girl. Or I'm going to watch her story. She's super fun. Because you want them to think the same thing. Okay. So while Sheena and I are going to do some connections. Courtney, if you've got some of those large inspo accounts, you go through those. Maybe Natalie, if you want to kind of start thinking about what are the things that I'm into, start writing down all the traits, all the qualities that you have that make you, you. What are the things you like? Maybe it's clothing line. Maybe you love Pottery Barn. Maybe you are a huge bargain shopper and you love a good clearance. Maybe shoes are your thing. Anything like that you want to dig into, okay? So I'm going to set the timer and I'll mute myself and I'll set it for 10 minutes. And Courtney, if you kind of want to revamp and think about those things too, start writing them down so that will help you to really hone in on trying to find your people, okay? So I will set the timer for 10 minutes. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to unmute yourself and ask me or throw it in the chat too. Okay. How'd we do? I got 100 in. How many did you get into now?
I was not following along. I was doing invites.
Okay.
I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Awesome. That's awesome because you did 4 earlier, right?
Yeah, I think I'm around 10.
Awesome.
I cannot go follow any more people with the way my students set up. I'm trying to get more followers than following, and so I actually need to use the Cleaner app and go unfollow probably 150 or whatever it will let me.
Okay. So I think in the free version, I actually was just doing that a little bit now because I need to get mine a little bit more that way too. It'll allow you to unfollow 50 a day. So
okay.
Yeah, and then I think it sends the rest up into a cloud queue, which I don't really know what that means. So I would say like then I would just kind of add that in. So on my Rise Up Planner, I have a spot to put that, but maybe you want to just kind of add that in on your sheet, you know what I mean, to do cleanup. Because 50 will take you no time. Like you can literally, in the Cleaner app, boom, 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 and you can.
It takes longer to turn off the 2-factor authentication than to like unfollow the people. I was trying to figure out though, I thought a couple of times it let me do 100 or 150, and then it was like Instagram declined your whatever, and it was like, do you want to put it in the cloud? I was like, no, because I didn't know what that meant, and I don't want more things running on my account like later, and I was like, I don't really want to set this up or figure this out, and so I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of play with it and see what you can do. So but yeah, that's what I do too, because I'm kind of like, I got to get that. And what that means is, and I thought if I had so many people on here, it would allow me to go longer. Let me see what this, hold on 1 second. I'm going to see what it costs or what it is to upgrade my Zoom. 1 second. While that's coming up. You want to be following more than who you're following, if that makes sense. So
more people following you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, let me just see what this is here. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, it costs me like $15 to upgrade it every month, and I don't need to do that. I don't need to spend any more money than I already am. Okay, so I wanted to spend more time on invites, but we did not get there. So I've already invited 5, and Sheena's already got 10 in. And what's your daily goal, Sheena? 10?
10 a day, but I don't work every day. So 10 a day or like 30 a week.
That's perfect. So she's just kind of tracking along as it is. And so I always tell too, like when I invite, I'll put a check mark on my book. So there's nowhere to do it on the challenge tracker. I do it like you can see on here. This is my Rise Up book. Yesterday I did 21 business ones or customer ones, but I just put little tally marks there so that every time I send an invite, I tally mark it. So it doesn't have to necessarily be on here or tracked anywhere. I just always say, like, sometimes I'd be like, well, I totally invited like 10 to 15 people. Not really. Like there'd be times when I probably only invited like 5, but I felt like I invited for forever. So it's always important that you kind of tally mark how many invites you have. And then Courtney and Natalie, when we have our call, we'll talk a little bit more about like reverse engineering. So Sheena has like a goal to hit 30 a week. So if she doesn't work every day, then she's just working on how many hours or how many days a week am I working, and then dividing that out by, so if she's working 3 days, she needs to do at least 10 invites per session. And then maybe she doesn't get them out on the day she works, but tomorrow she has a little bit of time when maybe her sweet daughter's napping. Maybe she can get 5, even 3 invites out. If you can mark them off on your goal, that's huge. The worst is when you get to Saturday, like I was this last weekend, and I realized I missed 2 days of invites. And if my goal is 20 invites and I had 3 days, that's a lot. That can be overwhelming. So that's why it's really important to be consistent and kind of work through the process. So Okay, we're less than a minute. I hope that helps. I'm hoping that we can build the power hours so that I don't talk a lot and we can just make them more action oriented. But Courtney and Natalie, I will work with you so that we get you guys ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna take a super quick pic and then I'll post it. Yay, you guys. Okay, you guys have a good night and we will talk soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.